going to make it. Um, and then again, depending on what you're planning, uh, most likely your garden is not going to have the nutritional storage to solely keep you alive. I might get some slack on that comment, but that's the way that I see it. Unless you have like a really big farm plot and you're basically a farmer, that's it. Okay, the last of our food points on the list is food livestock. Um, Chickens will be your number one food for most people to raise as livestock, but also rabbits are a good selection. Now, if you have the facilities to raise other things, that's great. But you have to remember the main thing in keeping livestock, obviously besides the commitment of the work, is the feed. In a SHTF scenario, most likely you're not going to be able to get feed, or it's going to be very hard, or the barter value is going to be very high. So you have to take that into consideration, and a lot of animals, rely on feed that most people aren't going to have the capacity to grow themselves. That's one of the good things about rabbits, is that they can basically be raised on grass. Grass, of course, hay is just aged grass, and you can throw them some garden greens or some carrots and whatnot, and they'll do pretty well. Rabbits are also good growing up in captivity in fairly small cages, and they multiply, so quickly that you can get a good amount of meat from just a couple of rabbits. That's it for livestock. Okay, next up is health medical. This is basically, obvious you're stocking up on stuff you need as far as any particular medication or, issues that you have. I mean, it could be simple stuff. It doesn't have to be like life-threatening stuff. For instance, if you have really dry skin or something, go out and buy a bunch of lotion. So, you have that on stock. And, then it could be you need like the nitro pills if you have heart problems. If you can get them, stock up on them. And prep as much as you can to field as much as you can yourself, realizing that doctors and ERs and hospitals might not be available. So obviously you're not a surgeon, but you want to keep some gauze and some stuff and some disinfectants, and why not invest a few bucks, and if something happens and you cut yourself with a chainsaw, it's much better to have that stuff on hand than to not have it and not be able to get to the doctor. Quick plug, patriotnurse has a really good channel. You can check her out, and she talks about a lot of stuff and tells you some good stuff to buy. Okay, next up is defense, and this is your arms and ammunition, your guns, your rifles, your crossbows, your bow and arrows, your swords, your spears, your knives, your daggers, blowguns, bolos, and everything else. Self-explanatory. The real reason that we arm ourselves is to give ourselves a fighting chance. I actually did a video where I talked about this a little bit earlier on, and the truth of the matter is it doesn't really matter what you have. If a large group of bandits or thugs or whatever comes to get you, or even a small group of really well trained like special ops guys, they're gonna get you. It would be really hard to have your position so good and to be so dug in that you couldn't be gotten to. So we arm ourselves to give ourselves a fighting chance, and that's basically what it comes down to. The best defense possible really is a good network of trusted friends, because without those, you're stuck. Okay, next up is materials and tools. This is mainly, for building and repairing things, but this is particularly important for two of the food points on the list, and that's for growing your own food and raising livestock. If you do not have the materials and tools, for instance, to build a chicken coop, what's your plan?